Dear students, for organic chemistry practicals in semester 5, you have separation of binary mixture. That means separation of mixture of two solid compounds taken together. You have to perform that practical in a different steps, procedures. First, you have to do their solubility test. After solubility test of mixture, you will get way for the chemical type determination. On the basis of solubility, mixture can be classified as water insoluble mixture. That means both the components are insoluble in water, or one of the component is soluble in water. So here it indicates what is the importance of solubility test. That will give you way for type determination, and exactly on the basis of type determination you will do their separation by chemical method or physical method. So here in this video we will see how to determine chemical type for a mixture containing water soluble components. I am Bandoba Nikam from Department of Chemistry, Mahasi Dayanand Mahavidyalay, Parel, Mumbai. With explanation, we will see chemistry behind it, and we will have virtual visit to our laboratory. Before we start exactly with this particular content, have a little recap. Mixture for solubility test is taken there in a test tube. Water is added, shaken vigorously, carried filtration. Filtrate is evaporated. Water will go out and we will observe what is there in evaporating dish. In this case, there is a good amount of residue. So one component of the mixture is soluble in water, and on filter paper second component remains there as a residue. See how to perform chemical type determination for mixture having one component soluble in water. For that, you have to use litmus paper. Mixture you will take, you will add water, you will shake that vigorously, you will do filtration, and filtrate obtained you have to treat it with litmus paper. For that you will use blue litmus paper. If that changes to red, you will write it as water soluble acid or phenol. If it is your observation blue litmus paper changes to red, so that means soluble component is acid or phenol. And if there is a no change on a litmus paper, water soluble compound will be neutral. Have a little idea about chemistry of litmus paper. Litmus paper's constituent is a dye obtained from lichen. Its name is 7-hydroxyphenoxazone. Structure is given here. This is acidic site for a molecule, phenolic site. This is basic site for a molecule. What is chemistry in acidic medium and basic medium? As a neutral, it is purple in color. In basic medium, it is blue. In acidic medium, it is red. So from neutral we can move towards a red, purple to red, by dipping that paper in acid, and if we dip that paper in alkaline solution, that purple will change to blue. See what happens. Blue litmus paper changes to red for acids. Now here this is conjugate basic site that get protonated to form acidic site. Furthermore, basic site that get protonated to form conjugate acidic site. So here there is a red color and here there is a blue color. So you can correlate it with concepts from spectroscopy, UV visible spectroscopy. Okay, what is conjugation, extended conjugation, different type of shifts, etc. Now it is about chemistry of litmus paper. How to perform exactly in a laboratory, you see. Mixture is taken, water is added, shaken vigorously, filtration is carried, filtrate is collected in a test tube and treated with blue litmus paper. That blue litmus paper changes to red. It changes to red. So that indicate compound which is dissolved in water is either acid or phenol, as that changes blue litmus paper to red. So here our observation will be blue litmus paper changes to red. So water soluble acid or phenol is present. Furthermore, this is reaction given again. Okay, now here we are getting two types for a one test, solubility test, right? That litmus paper test, blue to red. Conclusion is acid or phenol, but what exactly that is? So we have to perform distinguishing test for acid and phenol. And that is carried by using sodium bicarbonate solution. Sodium bicarbonate weak base, that is chemical constitution of baking powder. It reacts with acids, but it gives no reaction with phenol. Phenols are also weakly acidic, but as itself sodium bicarbonate is weak base, it gives no reaction with phenol, but it gives reaction with acid. So by having this as a reagent, we can distinguish acid and phenol. With acid, it gives carbon dioxide gas, efflorescence, and in phenol there is no reaction, so no efflorescence. Now have a virtual visit to our laboratory. Now filtrate is taken there. I am adding sodium bicarbonate, okay, from beaker. You see what happens. Yeah, CO2 gas is coming out. So here it is salt, it is soluble, and this acid is also soluble. This is representative example. It is actually insoluble. Benzoic acid is taken here to represent a reaction. So here this is indication of formation of CO2 gas, and that is only possible if there is an acid. Okay. Now alternatively, if we have phenol, see what happens. Even after addition of sodium bicarbonate in filtrate, there is no gas formation, no efflorescence. So no reaction. That means given compound which is soluble in water is phenol. So like this we can distinguish acid and phenol. Okay, then here up to this particular step we got one type for one compound of mixture, that is either acid or phenol. But what is second compound? That may be acid, that may be phenol, that may be base, and that may be neutral. That we have to find out. Before we proceed for that, you have to think about these questions. What is litmus paper? What is color of litmus paper in neutral medium? What is color of litmus paper in acidic medium? What is litmus paper test for acid? Why color of litmus paper? What is color of litmus paper in basic medium? Why phenol gives no reaction with sodium bicarbonate? Why phenols are acidic in nature? Now then come to the second important aspect, that is what to do with residue which is insoluble in water. That you have to perform by using chemical reagents. That is determination of chemical type of a residue, that is insoluble component of a mixture. For that, okay, 4 are the possibilities. That may be acid, that may be phenol, that may be base. And if all those tests are negative, compounds type will be neutral. At a glance, all those reactions are given here. For acid, you have to use base sodium bicarbonate, and for regeneration you have to use acid. For phenol, you have to use strong base NaOH. For regeneration, acid. For base, you have to use acid HCl, and for weak base, you have to use concentrated HCl, and for regeneration, you have to use base, that is sodium hydroxide, alkali. So, at a glance, you have to remember, for type determination, that is first step will be dissolution by forming salt. First step will be dissolution by forming salt, and for the formation of salt, for acids, base is used, like sodium bicarbonate for acid, sodium hydroxide for phenol, and for base, acid is used, that is hydrochloric acid. Second step, confirmation, is regeneration. That means precipitation, and for that, for acid, you have to use acid, and for base, you have to use base. And therefore, for phenol, you have to use hydrochloric acid. For acid, you have to use hydrochloric acid in second step, and for base, you have to use alkali, sodium hydroxide. Let us see, have a virtual visit to our laboratory. Now first, we will do that for acid, because water soluble compound and water insoluble compound, as we are going to separate by physical method, so possibility is there soluble acid and insoluble acid mixed together. So we have to perform test of acid also for the residue, and that is with sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so that you have to take that residue. We will add HCl, that sodium bicarbonate. From beaker I am adding, if efflorescence of CO2 are coming out. This is the reaction, that is salt formation. So it get dissolves, and when we add HCl, again there will be regeneration. Okay, and here there are the efflorescence when we add sodium bicarbonate. Then for phenol, okay, here regeneration, for that this is the reaction. Okay, when we add hydrochloric acid, sodium salt of acid changes to acid again, and that will be there as a precipitate since it is insoluble. Then if acid is absent, we have to proceed for phenol. Okay, then for phenol, we will use sodium hydroxide. If that dissolves in sodium hydroxide to form colored solution, and when we add HCl and regeneration take place there, then we will write it as a phenol is present. So residue, we will add sodium hydroxide, it will dissolve, and when further dissolution with sodium hydroxide, this is reaction where there is a formation of salt, sodium phenoxide. It will be insoluble, but this will be soluble. Then we will confirm it by regeneration, and for that we will add NaOH, and here there is a regeneration of that compound take place. If phenol is absent, then we will proceed for base. This is regeneration test, and for base we have to use hydrochloric acid for neutralization. We will take residue, we will add hydrochloric acid. This is the neutralization reaction, salt formation. Dissolution will be there, and when we add sodium hydroxide base, there will be a regeneration of that base, and we will conclude it as base is present. But if this is negative, we will write it as a second component, that is water insoluble component, as a neutral component. At last, have a look at these questions. You have to think about these questions. All those are very basic and explains chemistry behind all that experimental protocols, procedures.